Hello. Okay, last time there was a issue in the audio sound, so it was got fixed. Let me go back to the ball bouncing. This time I'll be making you understanding clearly. Okay, just go for the front view, import the image of the reference. Okay, I'll type as a ball bouncing. I'll just import this. I'll take a sphere. Let me go a little bit fast. Okay, I just reduce the size to the ball, and to give the keyframes, just press S. Okay. Yes, so the red marks that gets visible on the channel box. Okay, come for the 15th frame. We have to see the frame by frames so we can understand how the ball bouncing has been worked. These are the frame rates you can see on the bottom, time frame. So the first frame starts at the top and the 15th frames comes lands on the ground, right? So go for the 15th frame, bring this down. Okay, press S. See, and go for the 24th frame, bring this up, press S. Same. 59th frame. 73 frames. Okay, 77, 80. S. Okay, the shortcut is giving S. 83, 85, 87, 89, 100. Just move this. Okay, you got the animation. I'll select this image and I'll create a layer and I'll add this. I'll press 5. I'll just create a plane. I'll reduce the division because there's no necessity to add the division on the plane. Okay, if you see, or it goes down. Okay, fine. The animation looks good, but the thing is it's not following the path where the lines has been added, right? If you see exactly, it's not following the path, it's just going out of the path, right? We have to make it to follow the path by using the animation graph editor. So the first thing, just select the sphere, go for the Windows animation editor. In that graph editor, okay, this is the graph, is something like a graph sheet which you're gonna animate by using the lines and the points. Okay, select the sphere, go for the translate Y. In the translate Y you can see the animation, the keyframes which you have given, you'll be getting the graph over here. This is the graph which you have created in the keyframes. Okay, we're gonna make it a little bit quite kind of shape. Means if you see in the reference image, the lines are getting a little bit of smudge, kind of different angle, right? This has a straight angle. It's going down towards down. It should be in a little bit of right side in this. So what you're gonna do is select all the corner points. Okay, you can see this V kind of symbol. It doesn't show the name, but make sure you'll be keep it in your mind. So this V symbol can individually animate the values, something like before. If you are selecting this point, if you want to animate this particular part of the keyframes, if you animate, you can see the rest of the other side of the line also is getting disturbed, right? If you see, even this animation is getting spoiled also. We don't want to spoil the previous one, right? Another side of the animation, we want to make it as individual. So select this, go for the V selections. So if you select this V option, you can individually animate the frame graph. See, you can individually animate the graph editor, so it doesn't affect the other side of a graph. So what I'm gonna do is I'll come between these two keyframes, just be in the middle. Okay, I'll select this, and I'll select the bottom also. This is going a little bit height because the graph is too height, right? Just I'll reduce this heightness. Sorry. See, now it's following the path by using the graph. You can do this same method to applies to all the graphs. Okay, I think audio is working. Yeah, it's working. You have to be careful while choosing the points of this graph. Okay, rest of the things are easy. Just a minute, guys. Where's the ball? Yeah, this is the ball. Okay, the animation has been completed. See, you got the now the animation has been completed. It's perfectly animating. Next thing, what are we gonna do is we're gonna make it as a stretch and squash. Means while animation means like a cartoonic style, right? Most of the thing. While animating, the ball should get squash and stretched. Like in the deform section, we're using this option, right? Go for the deformer non-linear. In this squash, we'll be using this option to the sphere thing. Now I select this sphere. I go for the deform non-linear. Go for the squash. These options, go for the attribute part, squash. See, stretch and squash. I'm gonna while the ball hits the ground, it's gonna sketch. It's gonna make it as a squash. While releasing from the ground, it's gonna get as a stretch. Okay, this will be the concept. Let it be 0. Right click on it. You have to key the keyframes for this. Okay, before that, um, it has been applied to the sphere, right? While moving, the deform section is present on the same place which we have created, right? It's not following the ball. So what are we gonna do this? We're gonna parent this to the ball. You guys know the parenting, right? In the rigging class I taught you about the parent and unparent, right? Parent means following the object which you have selected. First select the stretch and squash and the sphere, press P. Okay, if you move now, even the deformer gets selected and it moves to the gather. Now go for the attribute section, go for the factors, right click on it, just give the set key. Set key is the another option to give the keyframes. This option will be enabled for every options, every kind of option or editor which you use in the tools also. So you can add this as much you want. Okay, I'm gonna follow 15th frame. I'm gonna make it as a squash in this. Okay, right click on it, give the set key for this. We have an issue in this because while traveling itself it getting squash, right? So I'll go back by giving undo. What I'm gonna do is I'm not gonna give the keyframe for the first frame. I'm gonna give you the keyframe for the 14th frame. Okay, in this set key 15th frame I'm gonna make it as a squash. Okay, and give the key. Now if you play from the first, sorry, see, it gets squashes on the 15th frame. Now in the 16th frame it's gonna get stretch. Right click on it, set key, in the 18th frame it's gonna be as a 0. I mean like in the 22nd frame make it 0. See, you get a perfect kind of animation. Okay, scratch. Sorry. Okay, I'll come back. So in this I'll give the keyframe, and 33 you're gonna get squash. Okay, before it was in the 825. This in the 15th frame the squash value was 825, right? In the 33 frames it's getting 515, means it gets reduced while the height and the pressure decrease, even the squash also decreases the values. Okay, in this frame make it 0. Right click, give the key, come for the 47th frame, and give the key, same value just apply to all the frames. Okay, the starting, if this is in the 53 frames, right, go for in the 51 frame you have to change it to the normal size of your sphere. Okay, give the key, come for 69th. Yeah, this is enough. Just set the key for this. Make it this. In the last in the 73 frames, you have to reduce as much the values of the sphere. Okay, so does the force gets reduced, right? Even the pressure should be getting reduced also. I'll just reduce this. Now if you see the frames, off the grid, okay. Understood, right? It should be in the real time frames. Go for this human editor. You can see this over here, right? It's a preference editor. Just go for this preference. In this section, the time slider, the playback should be in the 24 fps into 1. Okay, should be in the defaultly it will be in the play every frames. If it's in this frame, in this option, the animation gets too fast, something like this. Okay, so change this to the 24 fps and save this, so we'll get a smooth kind of animation. Sorry. Okay, you have to make it in this method. Okay, you have to if you have to do the animation, and you have to make the deform section, you have to make it parent. After parenting, you have to give the keyframes for the parenting attributes also. Okay, do the assignment. This is in your syllabus also. You have to you have to be knowing about this thing also. It's a basic animation method to start the animation furtherly. Okay, if you want to animate a character or a thing, or it can be anything. Okay, it's like be a living thing or non-living thing. If you want to animate, you have to knowing the principle of the each and every animation. If you want to animate a fan also, you should be rotating how for per second, how much of rotation it does, something like that. Okay, thank you.